Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of What's in the Box. So this week we're going to take a look at the Super NES Donkey Kong Set. So let's take a look at the outside of the box. So it's your standard Super Nintendo box, but it was edited with new graphics. You have the Going Ape in Donkey Kong Country. It says that the game pack is included, and then you have Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong on the front. On the side, it's still your standard Super Nintendo box, but I like to look at these. I love the colors and the advertisement for all the games that were available at the time. On that side, we have Yoshi Safari. Back here, big bright letters, Play It Loud. You have Uni Racers, Illusions of Gaia, Super Metroid, Tetris 2. Then, of course, it shows Donkey Kong Country. And for over 30 years old, I think this box is holding up very nicely. On the bottom there, I never took it off. That was the retailer must mail this card immediately to validate customer proof of purchase. When I picked this box up about 10 years ago, I just left that on because I thought it was a cool little detail. Again, you see Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong added to the artwork on the top and bottom. On this side, we have Mario Paint with the mouse and mouse pad, and then just showing you the different things you could do. That was also a fun game. You know, like for what it was, that was really cool, especially at the time in the early 90s. This box set was available in 1994. Now we'll get to the inside, the whole purpose of this video, what's in the box. But before we do that, let's take a quick look at the commercial. So this is the inside of the box with all the goodies that it comes with. Most of the plastic baggies that I have are the original ones. Obviously it's not packed exactly the same because there are some zip ties and different twist ties attached to everything. But basically I wanted to show you everything that was included in the styrofoam packing, and I wanted to give you some more information about the Super Nintendo as a whole. So Nintendo introduced the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, a revamped version of the Super Famicom in North America for $199. So that's equivalent to about $450 in 2023-2024. It was initially released in limited quantities in August 23, 1991, followed by the official nationwide rollout launch, which happened September 9th, 1991. The Super NES made its debut in the United Kingdom and Ireland in April 1992. And that was priced at £150. The competition between Nintendo and Sega was considered one of the most significant console wars in video game history. Sega marked the Genesis as the cool console, targeted at the older audiences with aggressive advertising that sometimes took jabs at the competition. Nintendo gained an early advantage in public relations by securing the first console adaptation of Capcom's arcade hit Street Fighter II for the Super NES. A process that took over a year to complete for the Genesis. Despite the Genesis having 2 years of a head start in the marketing, a larger game library, and a lower price, it only captured about 60% of the American 16-bit console market by June 1992. Neither console was able to maintain a clear lead for several years. However, the release of Donkey Kong Country is credited with solidifying the Super Nintendo's dominance in the mid-part of the 16-bit era. Now, initially, most SNES bundles just had a sticker applied to them, and it would show you what game that you could get at the counter, because most of them like this were not packed inside. Only the later ones, like this Donkey Kong one, some of the Super Mario Worlds, and the Mario Paint actually had the cart packed into the box. And then this was a fun mail-away thing. I remember doing this back in the early 90s with Super Nintendo and Genesis magazines, and some of the games actually had them inside of the clamshell or the box. Basically, you fill out your information, you put your postal code, and then you would be on their mailing list, and in return, you would get a free Nintendo Power magazine. And finally, the last thing that we'll take a look at is the posters that came in most boxes back in the retro days, which I loved. I loved going through the manual, especially if it was colorized, and the awesome posters that you would get in these boxes, magazines like Nintendo Power. Here, you could go either way because you have the Donkey Kong Play It Loud cool poster on the front, but then I find this interesting as well, just how you would set up your Super Nintendo. I love this graphic. Very cool. And that's pretty much everything that's in the box for the Donkey Kong Super Nintendo kit. Next week we're gonna go inside the Virtual Boy box and see what's in the box for that one. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Down in the comments, let me know, did you have a Super Nintendo? Do you still have a Super Nintendo? And if I have it, what's something that you want to know what's in the box? Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Catch you next week. Bye.